If you've been touring homes around Sacramento and thinking, why does every other driveway have like a stroller in it? You're not imagining it. There's one suburb where cul-de-sacs are full of bikes, basketball hoops, and the parks are packed. On Saturday mornings, school pickups stretch around the block and families keep choosing it over and over again. Today, we're talking about why so many families are choosing Elk Grove. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Lau, your friend in real estate here in Davis, California. If you're thinking about making a move anywhere in Davis, Woodland, Elk Grove, Sacramento, I'd love to be your realtor of choice. Let's jump in. When I talk to families relocating to the Sacramento region, whether they're coming from the Bay Area or Southern California, or just even like from across town, there is a pattern. They say some version of the same three things. We want space, we want good schools, and we want to feel like our kids can actually be kids. Somehow, that conversation keeps circling back to Elk Grove. Not Midtown, not East Sac, maybe not even Folsom. Elk Grove specifically. So let's unpack why. There's something about like cul-de-sacs that change the energy of a neighborhood. It's quieter, it's slower, there's no through traffic, no random cars just cutting through, shaving 2 minutes off their commute. It's more contained and it's safe. In a lot of older Sacramento neighborhoods, streets were built for, the grid, for the flow of traffic, connecting people, moving in and out. But much of Elk Grove was master planned in the 1990s or 2000s, which means a lot more loops, courts, pockets, neighborhoods inside of neighborhoods. And when I show homes in the areas like Laguna West or Franklin, what I notice isn't just the square footage of the house. It's also the basketball hoops at the end of the court. It is the chalk drawings. It is the way neighbors get to know each other. That matters more than just granite countertop. We can't talk about families choosing Elk Grove without talking about the schools. It is one of the largest districts in Northern California, and while no district is perfect, and of course every family values different things, the perception of strong public school here is very powerful. Parents compare graduation rates, extracurricular activities, sports programs, academic pathways. They're not just thinking about, kindergarten or daycare. They're thinking about the continuity over the student's growth. They're thinking about the next 15 years. Parents want a place where the child can start elementary school and graduate high school without needing to uproot all over again. And that long-term mindset shapes the market here in Elk Grove. There's also the practical side. In much of Sacramento proper, you're choosing between charm and square footage. You want a 4-bedroom home with a yard, you're often paying a premium or compromising on the age or condition. Here in Elk Grove, for many families, the numbers feel different. Newer builds, open floor plans, 3-car garages, 2,000 to 3,000 square feet that is not tightly squeezed in. The backyards are typically big enough for at least a trampoline and a dog. And psychologically, that space matters a lot, especially after the last couple of years pandemic. Families want home offices, they want playrooms, they want a guest room for grandparents. They want the house to work for them, not against them. Weekend life is another piece of this. Spend a Saturday at a local park and you'll see soccer field practices, birthday parties, families just grilling and kids running around and kind of an organized chaos. There is a rhythm to the suburban life here in Elk Grove. Youth sports leagues, after-school programs, parks within walking distances of most neighborhoods. It's a very functional type of living. And for families, functional is often exactly what they're looking for. Now let's be honest, Elk Grove is not for everyone. If you want walkable coffee shops on every corner, historic architecture, or like a dense urban vibe, you might feel very restless here. Elk Grove is very car-centric, commutes north towards downtown Sacramento. The time can also stretch during peak hours, and some buyers tell me it feels too suburbia, which is a valid point. But families choose Elk Grove usually aren't optimizing for nightlife. They're optimizing for their kids' predictability. They want space. They want the school districts. You start thinking in terms of safety, consistency, and long-term investments. You picture a child riding a bike in the street without constant anxiety. You picture walking them to a neighborhood park. You picture high school graduation, even if they're only 3. Elk Grove represents that vision for a lot of families. It aligns with the family season of life. The Sacramento region has changed over the last 5 years. Bay Area, migration, remote workers, rising prices everywhere. For many buyers, Elk Grove sits kind of in this sweet spot. Close enough to Sacramento for work access, south enough for it to feel separate, established enough to also feel stable. And when market shifts or interest rates fluctuates, family-centric suburbs tend to hold their prices because people are buying for the school district and the lifestyle, not based on speculation. So when people ask me, why does everyone with kids end up in Elk Grove? It's not just one reason. Of course, there's the cul-de-sac, it is the school districts, it is the space. And whether that's right for you or not depends entirely on your stage of life. If you're a young professional who wants walkability and vibe and energy, well, you may gravitate more towards Midtown or East Sac. If you're downsizing and want some charm, maybe Land Park or Pockets. But if you're raising kids and thinking about the next 15 years, Elk Grove is going to show up on your radar for very good reasons. As always, my name is Danny Lau, your friend in real estate here in Davis, California. If you're thinking about making a move anywhere in Davis, Woodland, Elk Grove, or Sacramento, I'd love to be your realtor of choice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.